Steve. Welcome to my workshop and to for cool stuff. Well, in this week's video we're going to be making a cover that goes over milk bottles to stop the birds pecking at it, and because it's something I want to do. We're going to be using some Meranti because it's quite weather resistant and to rot and the like, so stay tuned and see what we do. Hope you enjoy. So this is the receptacle that we put the milk bottles in. So we're going to build a cover to go over the top. We've got this board of Meranti. It's about 20 milli by about 160 and by about 1.8 meters or 6 foot. So I've drawn a rough plan on here on the whiteboard. The milk cover. It's going to be sort of a pyramid type shape. So we're just going to start cutting out the bits, and it's going to be sort of rail and styled and an infill. Not quite sure I'm going to do the infill yet. Probably use Meranti and a bit of resewing. But anyway, we'll carry on rewardless. So here's the bits, and that's going to be a side, and that's another side. So there's 4 of those, and then there's the top like that. Not quite sure I'm going to do the infill yet, but it's basically just a simple rail and style approach. And the method of drawing I'm going to use, I'm sorry about this, I'm going to use the Festool domino miller because I've got one, and it's the easiest thing to do. I'm just starting to mark where I'm going to put the dominoes in, the rails and the stiles. So I've just put up one of my homemade clamping squares, and then across there I'm just going to strike a line. And I've made these blocks ages ago. They're just wooden gauge box really, so that's 20 milli. I'm seeing they're 40. If I put on there, strike a line, I've got a line exactly midpoint. So if I can do it one-handed. I'll make sure I don't mix up. That'll be my sort of witness. Yeah, so I'm going to do that on all the 4 corners, on all the sides and the top. Right, I'm going to use the domino to actually plant the mortises into the end of each of these rails. And I'm just using it, going on the bench, and I'm just using the end vise. So I've got it between 2 dogs. So I'm going to just use some 5mm by 30mm dominoes. These are some that I made out of sapele. The ones that you buy, I think they're made out of beech, and beech isn't very good if it's going to be outdoors. So that's what we're going to use. So what I just do, I don't know, you've probably seen these before, but there's a centre line right there. I'm just going to pick up the line that I've described on that one and pump away. It's going to be 15 milli deep. It'll be on the tight setting, so I've got to move this, and to move it you've got to have it switched on. So that the mortise is done, I'll crack through all these and I'll see you at the other side. A little bit different setup here for doing the mortises which are in the stiles. Got a strap just held down with some hold downs. Just make sure it just overhangs the bench, because the distance from there to there is greater than the thickness of the material. And if I had that on there, it'd be in the wrong place. I'm going to put it on the first loose setting. That just gives me a little bit of leeway. I just see it's about 5 milli wider, so it just gives you a little bit to ensure I get it to flush. I can just tap this around. It might be a bit tight, these, to start off with, so simples really. So it's coming time. I'm just going to glue up all these frames. I'll be using Type Bond 3 because these are outside door stuff, and that's the best waterproof one I've got. And I've got my little toffee hammer just to tap them together. You'll get the idea how small that is compared to that one. It just gives it light taps. Make sure I don't break anything. Right, sorry about that. I didn't realise that the camera ran out of juice. So hopefully, after a recharge, we'll be able to capture all this. And this is the final one, the glue up. So this is where you should really pay attention. I've made that, and I've made it to the internal dimensions, so it's actually 20mm shy. So I've just made some bits. We're going to glue them on and mitre them, and then plane them or trim them to size at the end. Might just make a little bit of a decent feature. So we'll mitre them in the corners as well. So when doing the mitres, I've got this little mitre block that I made years ago, used for the Japanese pull saws, and then I just finish it off on the shooting board, and I made a few of these at different angles, so that's at 45 degrees, which, and I just sneak up to it until it looks good. Right, back to the glue pot, and that's rectified the problem and might just give it a little bit of a nice feature. So these are going to be the infill panels to there, and what I'm going to do is get them to sit flat, and then I'll put some V grooves down there to look a bit like panelling. So it's like sort of four tongue and groove type panelling approach. So first things, I need to get it to fit in there and leave a little bit of an overlap. Onto the router table we must go. So I've got a square cut square router blade in there. So I'm just going to run that across like that. And like that, and then try and fit it, and I'll just adjust the fence and sneak up on it. So here we go. Fits in nice there. Just need to go to touch deeper to get that flush. So they all sort of fit in. What we'll do now, same process on the ends to get them to fit that way. probably take some of that off. I'll put it through the thicknesser just to reduce that by 4 or 5 mil or so. So what I've done here is that I've created some angled miter joints. So they're at 45 degrees, but they also run out at about 4 degrees. So how I've done that, I just made a couple of quick little jigs and just started some old drawer fronts, to be honest. And that's a 4-degree angle. So I ran them all through one side on that, and then to get the 4 degrees on the other side, I've got an 8-degree one here, and then you have to run them through all like that. Hopefully this will work out. I might be trying to bite off more than I can chew here, and I'll probably I might spline them actually. So we'll see if they'll assemble. So the method of gluing is just going to be using some masking tape. Glue each joint and finish it off with masking tape. Tried clamps, didn't work as you saw before. So here we go. So we'll leave that. So we'll leave that overnight. Well, it's out the clamps, but it's not turned out too bad. Got a bit of a rock on, but we'll sort that out with a bit of sandpaper. And so this is the lid, made in the same way. And I've just routed a step in it, so it's actually going to sit in on the top like that. And then the panels, it's a panel for the top, that'll sit in. I think it's in that a little bit. We got these side panels and they'll go in from the back. Get my fingers right. So there we go. Just gonna make a little handle so you can lift it, and then glue up is on its way. Need to round them over, I think. We'll be sorted. The only thing I've got a bit of a rock on. Definitely that corner and that corner is a bit high. So that's it, it's all finished now. Just to put a finish on it. So what was left over from when I did the door, as usual, I'm just gonna brush it on and then wipe it off with a rag. We'll get some interesting bits here because this is slightly from a different board than this one. You can see the different colours. I guess that'll go a lot darker once I put the Osmo on. Thanks for watching. Please leave comments. I try to reply to all. Like, subscribe if you want to see more videos like these. Another video coming along very soon, and happy woodworking.